Hello, hello, hello. A very good evening to everyone from Body Mind Soul Magazine. Once again, welcome to TGIF with Christina. And yes, we are Body Mind Soul Magazine, and we have been doing this for like ever since, that we don't have much movement. And I can't believe that it's almost like 2 years I've been doing it. And yeah, so how is everyone doing in this beautiful Friday night? I almost wanted to say Sunday. Yeah, but it's a Friday night. It's raining at this point of time. I hope that none of you are caught in the traffic, and I wish to share a little bit about the traffic later. But before that, we are going to talk about Happy Father's Day. And you know what? This Sunday is Father's Day. I want to know how many of us here, what is your plan to celebrate with your father? And if you yourself is a father and currently experiencing fatherhood, whether you are a new parent or your children has grown up and they have entered into elementary or primary school, you know what? This is the time for you to also share with me, what is your plan together with your family? How are you guys going to spend time together on this Sunday? And yeah, so let me know what it is because I wish to know, have you ever wondered how this day came about and why do we do this every year? It's the same with Mother's Day. There are stories that how it actually become a national day and how it became not just it become a national day, but it also become a worldwide celebrated day, right? So I am very lucky in a way because of wanting to do this. I actually talked to my team and I was like, you know what, I don't really know what to share today, TGIF, and I don't want to call it off on a Friday night, knowing that maybe someone will hop in, our regulars will actually join us. So that is why, we talk about why don't we just talk a little bit about Father's Day, but I don't want to just, talk about the plan and things like that, but also to give you a little bit of the history. And therefore, I actually done some research on my own and also want to highlight a few things as well. So yeah, so I would like to hear from everyone. And speaking of caught in a traffic, I just want to share something that is so magical for me. This evening, as I was driving home, in Kuala Lumpur or in Klang Valley, I must say those who are watching this, in other countries or from other state, but particularly those who are from Klang Valley, I know you will agree with me that you don't understand and you don't know why, the traffic just getting worse, especially during office hour. But if we are to come to think about it, it actually showing us that we are going back to normal. And in the past, I remember and I recall for me to travel from my workplace back to home, it's going to take me about an hour or plus. And but because we are so used to some working from home and some working in the office, so therefore the traffic was a bit ease, compared to last time. But now everyone is back to office to work, and we start to build up this kind of like anxiety or frustration, annoyance, impatience when it comes to traffic. And today I tried something. On my own, and I was just blasting music in my car when I stuck in a standstill traffic, and I was just making and turning my car into like a club for myself. And I'm enjoying myself and just dancing and moving and grooving all the way with my upper body, of course. And I literally kind of put myself in a space where time is just so fun to have that kind of me time, right? And then I had that for about like a good 40 minutes. That's when I switch off the music and I just focus on the traffic. And I can feel instantly my energy and my mood just switch from being happy, being joyful, enjoying myself, having fun, into like impatient, like why the traffic is so standstill, how long is it going to be for me to get to where I want to go. So I just want to highlight to everyone, if you are still stuck in the traffic and you happen to watch this, you know what, just turn on the music and try to have fun in the car and see how your mood change, because it's the same reality. Everyone is stuck in the car, right? Everyone is stuck in the still traffic. Moreover, on a Friday night with the raining, everyone is expecting it's going to be worse. But you know what? You have a choice to turn your mood around. And I did an experiment. It really helped me. Somehow that 40 minutes wasn't a 40 minutes at all for me. It seems like a 15 minutes only. But when I stopped the music and not doing anything, that 5 minutes is killing me. So I just want to highlight to everyone before I go into the topic of Happy Father's Day, and wishing everyone for those who are celebrating Father's Day, Happy Father's Day, because it's happening this Sunday. And I did a little bit of what do you call that? A little bit of research of how this Father's Day came about and came across. So apparently, Mother's Day was celebrated first in United States. It all started in the United States, right? So Mother's Day was celebrated in the West, I must say. And then particularly this lady, Sonara Smart Dot, who is a girl of 6 children raised by their single father. And she feel, instead of just honoring Mother's Day or mother particularly, fathers should have that honor part as well. We should honor fathers' giving, fathers' effort as well. So she actually petitioned her local community and government for a year to get a day so that it will be celebrated nationally. Okay, so after a year, that was when the state of Washington celebrated its first official Father's Day on the June 19, 1910, 1910. So I guess it has been about 100 years we are celebrating Father's Day. And ever since, I think all of us were born, we all know there is a Father's Day. We will make cards to wish our father. If we don't do that, our school will remind us, our relative will remind us, our mother will remind us, our teachers will remind us, that it become part of the art and craft that you'll do something for your mother as well as for your Father's Day. But how many of us actually know what is the meaning behind, and what is the history? And that is why today I deliberately, do this. And I myself enjoying the research to know the history, and I hope you too enjoy the research and the history as well. So for me, in the past, when it comes to Father's Day, celebrating Father's Day is really about just a day, get together with my father. We go out to have a meal and we will buy gift for him. And that's it. That's about it. But today I'm not going to touch about this, but rather I wish to just highlight a little bit, Father's Day is really about honoring our father, and also for those men, if you have become a father, it is also a day for you to celebrate your fatherhood. I believe Father's Day will work 2 ways. Hi, Asha. Nice to see you on Instagram. Yeah, so I am just about to go into the juice or the G's or the essence of the story. If you're still watching here, just drop me a comment or wave at me on the Instagram, so that I know I'm not alone and just talking to the screen and knowing someone out here is with me. Now, I wish to also ask, if you are a father, how would you want to celebrate the day? Because it's time for you to celebrate your fatherhood. And for those who are very new into spirituality or into self-discovery journey, it will also be a very fantastic day to kind of reflect on your own journey from a single man until you got married and then you become a father. How has the journey have been for you? For us who are not a father, but we still have our father on with us, right? It is also time to honor our father, not just with gift that you can buy, but with other things that I wish to share with you later. And for those, perhaps this is the time that it's difficult for you because everyone is celebrating Father's Day, and perhaps your father has passed on. I would say, you know what? It is also a day for you to cherish the moments and the memories that you have had created with your father. All the love, all the happy, joyous moment. It is also a time for you to reconnect back to that moment and just remember how fun and how joyful it is. Though physically, he might not be here with you anymore. But that doesn't stop us to celebrate that, isn't it? You know? And so back in before I started off the journey of my own self-discovery, or you can say a spiritual journey myself, I talk and I emphasize a lot on tangible gift. So I want to highlight tangible versus intangible gift. When it comes to Father's Day, there are so many sales that bang on Father's Day. Same goes with Mother's Day, that you should buy this for your father to celebrate and honor his giving, all his love for you since young. Yeah, so those are tangible. Those are gifts that you can see with your eyes. And you can buy with money. But how about things that you can't buy with money and you can't see with your physical eyes? Do you pay attention to it? So coming to my own journey, I must say in the past, I really only focus on tangible. I'm able to buy my father a extravaganza, a good meal and a great experience, fine dining. That will be something that I value. But ever since, I be with Body Mind Soul, read so many different articles from Body Mind Soul magazine, all about talking about emotions, talking about, celebrating and feeling everything with your heart. That is when I start to do something different. Um, I hug my father more. And it's not just on Father's Day, but on a day where he might be outstation and he come back from his outstation, or just casually ask him, Pa, do you miss me? Of course, being an Asian father, no, I don't. No, I don't. And that was the first approach and the first attempt. So I was like, not a little disappointed, I must say, but that doesn't stop me, So I still continue to give him a hug, even though he find it awkward. And then a few more rounds, I asked him again, so, Pa, did you miss me when you are outstation? And that was when he started to say, yeah, I miss you. Yeah, I miss you. So this is a way of expressing our feelings and our love, our care to each other. I wonder how many of you hug your father, especially in our culture, Asian culture, I must say. Or do you kiss, your father, like just give him a kiss on his cheek, to just say that, you love him? Do you express, in words, in your body language, instead of just giving or buying him a gift? I must say, it took me a long while, or some time of practice, to make it not awkward for myself, yeah, and make it become natural and become part of me to do that. So you see, Father's Day is also a day to cherish paternal bonds. So for those who are a new parent, or just become a father, or you have, your children are able to have communications and conversation with you, do you spend time to really bond with your children and your beloved half? Because if on your normal daily routine, you are not those who are expressive, you are not those who will, put aside your mobile phone, put aside your work at home, perhaps you can take this day to cherish this paternal bond, to do some activity with your children, to spend some time together, to create some games with them, to read them a book. And that is why, the cover image of this live talk, I pick a image where the father is actually reading a book to his daughter. Because if I am to ask you the memory that you still remember of your father that you have had, the best moment when you are a child, what kind of memory do you have? Is it he buy you the gift? Is it the presents that he bought you? Because for me, I don't really recall any present that he bought me when I was a kid. The only memory that constantly stick with me is the time where my father bring me to a farm where there are a lot of little chicks running around, and he was daring and challenging me to go touch that little yellow chick. And I don't understand why all the small little chicken, they are all in yellow, even though they are cute. But that was the best, happy, joyous moment that I had. And I remember the smile and the laughter that my father was laughing at me, laughing together with me. Those are the moments where we were cherishing the paternal bonds between me and my father, and of course, together with my siblings as well. So I want to also throw back these questions to all of us here who have a very busy schedule, especially with the opening. Everyone is catching up. Everyone is so overwhelmed with all our work, our routine, trying to get back, trying to catch back whatever that was missed in the past 2 years. In that day, in this day, on this coming Sunday, let's do something different. Let's really spend time. And when I say spending time, you might not need to do it the entire day, but a good 15 focus, 100% present with your child or with your children to create something that they love, to create something or to do some handcraft together with them, to create that memory together for you and your children. That kind of love that you can cherish, that kind of love that you can shower to your children. For those of us who are in our 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and if your father is still around, right, let's do something with your father. Let's say something. Let's express something. If you are from a family that expressing love openly and loudly is not something you used to do, let's make this a day to do something different. Why don't we? For us, for my family, this year, rather special. We are not celebrating Father's Day on the day itself because my father is happily doing something, at his farm, so he won't be with us. But he said, why don't we do it on another day? And I start to see that shift in my father when I start to do things differently, the tangible versus the intangible gift. I start to shower him more of the intangible gift rather than the tangible gift, things that I can buy. No, I start to say, I love you more. And I will actually sometimes, when we were just sitting in the living room and we were watching TV before he fall asleep, while watching TV, which I guess a lot of father will have that kind of habit as well. I'll just turn and look at him, and I'll just look into his eyes, and I'll just say this, "Ba, do you know I love you?" It is so hard for him to grab it and breathe it when I ask him the first time. And eventually, when I say it more and more, and I just ask him, "Pa, do you know I love you?" Sometimes jokingly, "Pa, do you know actually I love you very much?" Now he's able to answer. And I've never had a chance yet to ask him how he feel when I do this. Maybe I should send this live talk to him. So, Pa, how you feel when I'm doing this? Asking you like, do you know I love you? And do you know how much I love you? Do you know how much I'm grateful towards what you have given to us and to our family? I really want to hear from you, Papa. Let me just cut this and edit this part and just send it to him. And let's just see what he will tell me. I hope he's listening to me, right? No, he's not at home today. All right. So yeah, so for those who are watching it together with me, how has it been for you? And are you game? Are you on game? Are you planning to do something different? The tangible versus the intangible gift. Do you plan to do something different with your father? And if you are the father yourself, are you willing to shine your light differently this round and share your love differently this round with your children? Are you planning, to break that routine that you have had for years and days, to just do something different? Let's make this Father's Day, after all, we have opened up. Things are really getting back to how it used to be, but we can always do something different, right? Shine our light differently as well, isn't it? Right? So yeah, so this is me sharing with you to remind all of us to really cherish that paternal bond. I wish to just highlight this. Time just passed so fast. And I heard from all my friends who become a parent, they really miss this point, the paternal bonds, that all this bonding, they realize if they miss it, that's it. That's it, right? At the same time, I wish to share with you, something that is happening next Saturday, talking about light, shining out light, discover the mystical you. It's a workshop, a free online workshop for Body Mind Soul community, and it's happening on the 25th of June. If you have not registered for yourself, it's time to register for yourself, and the link is coming up very soon over here for all of you, that you can book your seat right here because it's free, together with Jessie Moo, a certified meditation practitioner. So when you talk about discover the mystical you, it sounds so bizarre. It sounds so like, what are you talking about? So Jessie has planned to have an activity for you to play the role of the mystical you during this session. So there will be an engagement activity together with you so that you can get the idea what is the mystical you all about. So if you find your mystical you in this 2 hours workshop, what can you do with that? You can actually discover this unknown side of you and unlock your potential and live the fullness of life, and also release your fear to be your full true self and to acknowledge who you truly are. I myself have been searching my identity, and I shared with everyone last week, is it the grass is greener at the other side? And it's quite interesting to know this part of us and to discover this mystical us together on the next Saturday, 25th of June, 4 to 6 p.m. And it's going to conduct online, so you can actually attend this, comfortably at any place that you feel comfortable to do so. Yeah. So this is where I'm gonna make a pause over here, and I look forward to have those who can't join me live, but to also share with me, what is your plan to celebrate Father's Day, and how will you be celebrating it? Yeah. And if you watch this on the Father's Day, I would love for you to just drop me a comment over here on this live talk, right? To let me know how this Father's Day has been different. If you happen to listen to this and you want to focus on cherishing that paternal bond together with your father, or you with your children, I would love, love, love to hear from you. How has it changed your Father's Day? Yeah. And also, of course, and I know there are some of us who are going through a rough time, especially my friend out there, and you know who you are. And tomorrow, you know what? I am so happy to have Nadine Rosin all the way from Africa to come during our live talk, our weekly live talk, to share, or rather to discuss together with us, when you are spiritual, do you still have challenges? Oftentimes people who don't believe in spirituality, is simply because they thought when spirituality or those who spread spirituality is painting a fake picture where when you know this, when you discover this, it's happily ever after. It's only love and peace, right? But tomorrow we are going to have Nadine Rosin that will be sharing with us her personal story and the journey that he's going through, and also how knowing and becoming a spiritual had helped her tremendously to go through her journey on her current phase. And if you wish, and if you are interested, if you have been thinking it's just a myth, it's a lie, you can't do that, maybe you should hop in tomorrow at 3 o'clock together with all of us and ask all sort of questions. We welcome you to ask questions, especially if you are going through a challenging time. You don't see the light at the tunnel. Perhaps tomorrow will be a very beautiful healing session with you, with me, and together with Nadine, all the way from Africa. So with that, I wish everyone have a great weekend, have a happy Father's Day together with your father or with your family. And yeah, I look forward to see you tomorrow. And goodbye and have a good sleep with this beautiful weather. It's cool and chilly. So yeah, that's about it. And I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye. And from all of us from Body Mind Soul Magazine. Bye-bye.